And without my glasses,
So I'm starting the stream, but don't start yet.
it's posted. Can you push that? Yeah. One more.
Okay, when she sits down, you can start at any time. You're on.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the New Rhythms Arts Center this evening, May 16th, 2021. As you know, since February, we have been hosting performances with artists of Chicago as part of a program to keep performers connected with the music industry and to create work, especially during this time of what we're going through. My name is Katherine Davis. I'm your hostess with the mostest. And we have a wonderful, wonderful, this is the great artist here. I have the great Yoko Noge right here with me this evening. But before I go further, I would like to say thank you to the Department of Cultural Affairs, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, Lawyers for the Creative Arts, New Rhythm Arts Center, and many of my friends who help support me in keeping these type of programs going. Yoko Noge is our guest, and she's fabulous. We've been knowing each other. I was going to ask her, Yoko, where did we really meet? I just know we met somewhere in time, and then we realized that we're these spiritual sisters. And so music is what brought us together. And so, and not just with the music, we find that we have so many other things in common with each other. So, Yoko is a vocalist, musician, and she has recorded. And so I wanted to ask you, Yoko, how you doing?
I'm all right, and I'm so happy to be here with you, Catherine.
And thank you so much,
Not
Yoko.
in, Zoom or any
I know I'm nervous
online
too.
conversation.
Because it's like, when we're in the clubs together, we're
Right.
watching each other perform.
Right,
And
we
when we
hug,
talk,
each other
and we're talking
kiss
over
each-
music and everything, kissing.
Yeah, sometimes.
We have so much fun with each other.
Right.
Just the music brought us together. And so throughout us knowing each other in our careers, we find that we're still out here. We're still holding strong. And as women, we are strong women in the music industry. And whatever it takes for us to keep ourselves out there, we seem to bring great musicians with us while we're creating music. And so, and I noticed that with you, you have a fantastic group and you recorded. And I want to ask you, did you produce yourself? And with your first recording, did you produce yourself?
Yes. I mean, not exactly. I myself and my late husband, Clark Dean, who was the accompanist of, who? Erwin Helfer, boogie piano legend and blues piano legend, my great friend, wonderful person. And Clark was an accompanist of
Chicago Boogie Ensemble.
Chicago Boogie Ensemble with Erwin Helfer.
Yes.
And Erwin taught me how to play piano
Ooh.
because I was a vocalist in Japan When I
Yes.
came to Chicago, I was a vocalist. So I didn't know how to play, but I decided to have one instrument so I can back myself up. And I don't have to count on, you know, count on somebody and anybody. I wanted to be an individual and independent, I mean. So Clark and I met through Arwen, and I sort of stole Clark from Arwen, and we got married. And we started to form the band together. And so basically, first lead was sort of Clark kind of took a lead, and we started to form the band called Yoko Noge and the Jazz Me Blues Band, because Clark was more like a jazz side, and I was more of the blues person. I only listened to the blues music, but he expanded me to jazz music and music overall. So we started the band, and Clark was a great to great, great. He had a great talent to find the people, and I learned how to do that just by watching them. And after a while, sort of I took initiative and decided what to tune, and I created my own tune. And guys can bring their kind of arrangement together. And we are like very free, what do you call, free fall? Free fall? I mean, very free format. And just something idea I bring up, and we play, and somehow it started to take shape. And
I wanted to read something about you. It's called Sweet Home Chicago, and it was written by Rick Cogan, Chicago Tribune.
Rick.
And he said, "Here she comes, the American dream, packed into a tiny body, dressed all in black, except for the red scarf wrapped around her hair, which is also black. Her name is Yoko Noge, and there is a tired smile on her face because she's worked all day, and now walking into Andy's Jazz Club just before 9 p.m. on a recent Monday, she's preparing to work deep into the night. In this, she differs not at all from the hundreds of other people who try, and there needs to be great emphasis on try. Every night and day, here to make a living making music." Yoko says, "I was told a long time ago that this is not the way to get rich. This is not the way to earn a living." She says, matter of factly, no hint of bitterness in her voice. "All you have to do is look at all the blues legends who died with no money, and you have to do this because you love to do this." That's true.
That is true, isn't it?
We love what we do. We love the stage. We love being on the stage and sharing the stage with musicians and having an audience to be there with us and sharing that energy. We're all sharing energy with each other, and there's no judgment. And that's how we pretty much met with Irwin. When I first met with him, actually, I hadn't known Irwin that long, and he asked me to go on tour with him and Clark and Odie Payne Jr. And we were, and Clark was driving. He had a van, and he was driving, and so we traveled. We went to Florida, New Smyrna Beach, Florida, and we were there for like a week. Best time of my life. And then we performed there for a week, and then we performed. We drove to West Virginia. And stayed and performed and everything. So it was so wonderful because everything was all comfortable. There was no stress. who's this, who's that, where's this, where's that. Everything was all smooth and everything. So when you said you watched your husband, you watched Clark, how he interacted with performers and how he could pull the greats together, that was where you saw that and you were able to carry that on.
I learned that.
And you have fabulous musicians like right now, the Jasmine band, blues band, correct? You got some. You got some authentic old timers in your group.
Yeah.
With talent.
That's a most important thing for me. I mean, you got to have good people with you to
Yes.
make good music.
Yes.
I mean, I don't care how good you are, if you are not playing with good guys, forget it.
Well, what
And
about you
also
as a
sound
woman?
was important thing. I learned, Alex, because sound man can kill us or make us alive.
And you definitely
And so
have to be
it's-
a leader in this
Right.
business, and that's what I was going to ask you next. How, as a woman, as a band leader, do you feel that you have that power to? You don't feel intimidated by other bands who, there are no women. Maybe they may have a woman singer, but there are no women musicians that are in their groups. And so here you are, you're the band leader, the vocalist, and then you have all your cats, accompanying you. And they respect you because we can see that, all the times I've seen you perform. Your cats, I call them cats because they're old timers, and that's what they used to call
Yeah.
each other, cats. So they respect you in what you do. And so how do you bring this, how do you make it so easy like that? What is it that you do? You know that they're great and you said getting along with each other, but what else is there?
I think the most important thing is respect. Most of the cases that older timers, well, much older than I am, right? And in Japanese culture, you must respect elderly people who have seniority to you. And also, I do respect their music, and I feel very honored and happy and lucky to be here and playing with who I like to play. That's the most important thing. And the second thing is probably love and care.
Love and care for
Yeah,
each
it's
other.
like being a little bit like a mother. What do you need? What do you want? Tell me.
Don't you love her voice, deep and rich and powerful? Oh, what do you want, baby?
So always try to, see to create environment that we can really create good music. So in order to create good music, you need to have an environment. So I try to,
Involvement, yeah.
bring up that for everybody. That's my way to do it. I mean, I don't boss around. I don't say, bring me that, bring that. No, I don't do that. So just, and also another thing, number 3, trust.
Yes, trust.
Trust.
Is very, yes.
I never lie to my musicians. If I say one thing for like a payment or whatever, once I say that, it's written on
Right,
the
and once
stone.
you speak the truth, you
Right.
don't never have to go back and think, did I lie? You speak the truth because this music is about truth.
Right.
And so we're going to
You
play
really
your
said
first.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
when you sing, I don't feel any fake feeling or fakeness coming from you. I mean, you are telling the truth, right?
Correct.
That's very important because people can see through that
Right.
from the music.
Right.
People can see through that.
Right.
Yeah. So trust is very important to have a band.
Right. Right. So look, we're gonna play Osan. Is it Osan? Nani Sarunya? Sarunya?
Yeah, you almost got it. Osan nani surunya. It's the
Osan Nani Sarunya.
mhm.
Sarunya.
This is the first song I recorded in Japan. It was a debut album as a professional musician. When I was still in college, I did that. So this is my own song with my friend. Two of us created this song, wrote that song. It's about dirty old man in a crowded commuting train. And you know that Japan has a very, very dense population in urban setting, Tokyo and Osaka. I'm from Osaka. So every morning when I was in high school, I had to take a subway. And in the subway, it's like there's like no room. Just you have to just touching to everybody's part. And I encountered this one man, tall man. I still remember his face with one face mark here. And he started touching me.
Inappropriately touching.
Yes, and I was so shy, and I couldn't say anything. And I tried to escape, but I couldn't do anything. And it kept on and on for weeks. And finally, he disappeared, so it was okay. But that incident really stuck in my
Yes,
mind.
it did.
And that turned into the song
Yeah.
when I was
Ready?
doing the band.
Thank you. Come on, Alex. Hey.
おさん何するんやうちのとこ去ってるんやおさん何するんやうちのとこ去ってるんや何の権利あってうちの体触るんやおさんドブネズみたいな背広着て趣味の悪いネクタイ締めて虫も殺せん顔してうちの後ろでこそこそとおさん何するんやうちのとこ去ってるんや混んだ電車の中しか寄せんのかおさん今朝も電車で触られて目尻の下がった中年のおっさんで思いっきりつねったったらニヤッと笑って済ましとったおっさん何するんやうちのどこ去ってるんや混んだ電車の中しか寄せんのかおっさん何するんやいつまで去ってるんやいやおっさん何するんやいつまで去ってるんやうちの体で遊ぶんやめてんかおっさんロスタおっさん何するんやうちのどこ去ってるんやいやおっさん何するんやうちのどこ去ってるんや何の権利あってうちの体触るんやおっさんおっさんアホか
Everybody give Yoko Noge a big round of applause.
Wow.
Yoko.
It's been a while
Beautiful.
since I heard that song. Bah,
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah. Yeah, and sorry that it wasn't like the good memories because you were really, you telling a story about being inappropriately touched by someone. And like you said, but you made something good from it. You made this blues song with these professional musicians. And you gave this powerful message, and your voice sounded so strong.
Right.
And who were the musicians that you had recorded with you on this?
I forgot.
You produced this yourself.
No, it was Victor Music, Japan Victor. It's a big label in Japan.
Awesome.
So I was with the agency and, traveling and so forth, touring. But I got tired of it. I mean, being a kind of commercial commodity, and it's never.
Well, who were the musicians? They.
Oh, I forgot their
Okay.
name. I remember the faces. I don't have a good memory.
They were Japanese musicians.
Yeah, so I went to Tokyo.
Playing the blues like
Right.
that.
Right. We had a blues band in Japan because I was in a blues music when Japan had a first blues boom. That was the 1970s. And I came in, 1970s, right? And I came into the blues music pretty much in 1980s. It's a tail end of that boom. So when I was coming in to the blues scene in Japan, there are already West Road Blues Band, Kuncho, and other wonderful blues band, Yukadan. And I was pretty much young chicken.
So, who were some of the blues artists' names that were mentioned in Japan? I know B.B. King and with Muddy Waters. Were their names being mentioned back then in the 70s and 80s?
Of course.
Okay.
B.B. King was, Albert King was big. And I liked Elmore James.
Elmore
That
James.
was my hero. Elmore James was my guy. And also West Side Blues album. Sam. It's a Chicago blues guy. Sam.
Not Sam Lake.
No. Ta 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 la la la
Oh,
la la ta la. Just one a little. Jeez, see now. Hey.
I know, because
You
my
know,
mind
right?
didn't go there. It just didn't go there. Because my next question was, who was the first female blues singer that you heard?
First female blues singer, the Big Mama Thornton.
Big Mama Thornton.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Right.
Did you get a chance to see her?
Yes, I saw her when I met her in California when I arrived to the America first time. And because that time we didn't have a direct flight to Chicago, so we had to fly to Los Angeles, and we went to a black neighborhood in Los Angeles, and we popped in to a record shop, and the record shop owner said that you got to meet with this guy. He's a Japanese record collector, and he knows a lot about music, blues thing. So he gave us a number. His name was Iwasaki, Mr. Iwasaki. So I called, and he took us to the clubs, different clubs. And one time, I don't remember the name of the club, we went there. Guess who was there?
Who?
Big Mama Thornton and Percy Mayfield
Percy Mayfield. Ooh.
and Big Joe Turner.
Oh, Big Joe
Three
Turner.
at same joint. And Big Mama was wearing, she was skinny that time. It was just before few months before she died or something. She had a men's suit, men's hat, and she was singing and playing harmonica. and Big Joe Turner sang, and Patsy Mayfield sang. It was like I'm in a dream or what?
Baby, and you in that dream you don't want to wake up.
And we ended up to take Big Mama to home. She was stinking drunk, and we had to take her home. And she said,
So up from the
"I'm
floor.
going to Canada next week." Okay.
Can I go with you?
Yeah.
Wow, now see, I like those kind of stories because, man, you meet these people along the way, and
Right.
it's just maybe a one-time moment, but
Oh, yeah.
it's so wonderful, so beautiful to hear them perform, and you're right there backstage,
Freshly loaded in from Japan,
and you taking them home in the car
Right,
and
I
everything.
was-
You don't ever want to wash the inside of the car 'cause
Right, it was great.
Well, let's go to another one of your recordings titled Hot House Blues.
Yeah.
Didn't you used to play Hot House?
Hot House was my kind of
In
home,
Chicago,
my
yeah.
home, and we started to play at the Milwaukee location when they started, where they started the first time. So I played at the Hot House with Marguerite Holberg. Let us play there every
Marguerite.
Monday. More than 15 years we were there, and different, sometimes you had to say goodbye to the musicians because they went upstairs
Yes.
and
Yes, they did.
changed, but we continued to play.
Right.
So this was a tune we always opened up. It's called Hot House Blues. It's kind of laid back, just
And
instrumental.
your
song.
band, Jasmine, the Jasmine Blues Band.
Yes.
Okay. Hot House Blues. Miss Yoko Noge. every Sunday featuring special guests like you, showing off Chicago's abundance of all this great music that's here. We're all waiting. We're waiting to get out there to you. We have fans who just waiting for another way, maybe not so much as Thank you guys. So we don't know. Another big round of applause. That was called Hot House Blues, Miss Yoko Noge. That's when the Hot House was a big house to go and see live entertainment here in Chicago.
Oh, it was
Just
something
a
very,
fabulous place
very
to be.
special.
I remember I used to
special.
hang there
Right.
a lot and
It
come and
has
listen to you.
Yeah, it has a lot of very unique feel to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think we have that kind of club in the United States. It's one of the treasures we had in Chicago.
I'm waiting in anticipation as to how we're gonna open back up, because I don't know, with the clubs, going out on the club scene, it's gonna take time for, like you said, for people to trust going into the clubs and hearing these great performers. I see a lot of outdoor events going on, and I see the music industry is coming back, and they should focus more on, if they're going to have to add some more women into the music scene. I'm sorry, you all got to add more women performers. You see what we have, and you see what I've been showing every week. Well, not last week, but every week we've been showing all these great women performers who have played a big part in making the Chicago scene what it is. And this is a great scene. And we have more women performers here in Chicago. We need to work. Okay? Going back to, we said, well, the clubs, we don't know if we're going to go back in the clubs, and we're still trying to figure it out. But I'm asking to include the women. There's television, there's commercials, there's radio programs, and I know social media, it helps us out into, but I'm talking about the music industry in Chicago. It's either you're going to be a downstage blues singer, and and you're not the leader of the band, you're the featured artist. But what about the band leaders? What about women performers who play music, who play instruments and sing, and who can master a band and a stage? And it's not an easy thing to do, because everybody can't do it. Only as a blues singer, as a woman blues singer, you have to have an attitude. And like you said, you got to have your band, whoever, they got to trust you. They got to respect you.
Right.
And they got to listen to you and know your style, learn your style. Because the first thing you want to know is, are you going to create work for them? Okay? And when you create work for them, it's like Sonny. Sonny was in my group too, right? And we played at Joe's Bebop Cafe. When I was out of town and somebody would take my place, he'd make sure, this is Katherine Davis's band. This person is just filling in. So you, as a respected woman and performer here in Chicago, do you see women being more included into the scene of being recognized as not just as a singer, but as a role model, as an activist? Because really, this is part of being an activist, is also because we're telling stories of events that's going on, whether it's from another artist or of our own music that we create as songwriters. What do you see?
Well, I think slowly but surely things are happening. And I was curious to see when the Japanese woman will follow my footstep in Chicago. Another was I was trying to scale that as a. I mean, we have a lot of Japanese men, blues, guitar players, harmonica players. They wanna they wanna come to Chicago and they wanna stay here for a while and they wanna learn how to play the music. Da, da. But no women for a while, years and years after I came, and but last last decade or so, I see piano player Kumi and the saxophone player, and so it's kind of slowly but surely coming out, increasing in number. I am not sure, but leading role or more strong kind of force of leading pack of the women, women in the music scene, yay! I don't still see that. Do you?
I mean, I think it's all about right now, it's about crossing over. We're all crossing over something, bridges in life. And so I've always wanted to speak in other languages. When I was singing opera, I sang in Italian, I sang in German. And if I could have kept that going, I think somewhere I would have found a way to be able to sing the blues in those languages. Because Alberta Hunter, she sang in French and German. She could sing beautifully in German, and I I was like, wow, to be able to cross over and sing the blues in different languages and be able to tell similar kind of story. Yeah, it's going to be, the rhythm is going to change or whatever, but I could, and the melody will probably change too, but at least it's going to go somewhere that's going to make sense and it can be followed. It can be, the music can be arranged and followed. And that's what you do. That's what you do, because that's in your next song.
Actually, I think we should do that song together, Otoko Nante.
Okay.
It's a kind of boogie-woogie tune.
Okay.
And it's my original song. I wrote it in here in the States. And why did I write that song in Japanese while I'm living here? I have no idea. But one thing I discovered was audience didn't really reject the Japanese language in music. I mean, even though they couldn't understand what I meant in a song, if I can explain kind of idea of the song, it doesn't matter,
It's
because
a feeling.
Feeling travels.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I was drawn to the blues music when I was in Japan. I mean, because I couldn't understand the English, but something just grabbed me in that music, and I was, so to speak, bitten by a blues bug, right? So language is one tool, and without language we cannot lead a social life. But language itself cannot create music, and music has a lot to do with, I bet everybody knows, emotion and feelings. And without that, that's nothing. So
that we need each other to share that energy back and forth through these melodic forces. Yeah, that
Right.
energy. There's energy, so much energy there. What do we have? Oh,
Okay, let's
You
let's
go-
do a otoko nante. You can sing, right? Or you don't want to do that
Yeah,
now?
I want to sing with you.
Okay.
But let me make this announcement. Audience, hi, how you all doing out there? Look, we have a tip jar.
Oh.
We have a tip jar. And Yoko's tip jar is her PayPal information, right? So won't you please contribute to the performing arts, Yoko Noge, to keep the music going? You can help support her. Mine, and I have a tip jar too. I think it's on the screen, right? Okay, say thank you to New Rhythm Arts Center, Alicia Hempling, and to Alex Robinson, who's doing our sound. My good girlfriend Connie is in the house.
Hey.
And Jimmy is here. And all of our friends all out there in our listening audience. Who do we have out there, Alicia?
We've got Yoko Fukuda.
Huh?
We've got Kim Knapp.
Hi, Kim.
Hey,
Got
Yoko.
Kazuo Toyota.
Hi.
Goodness.
We've got Alice Weinstein.
Hi, Alice.
Satoshi Kamasawa.
Hi.
Let's see, Haiti Reeds.
Hey, hi. Are they in Japan? They call
Some of them I recognize.
Hi, Japan. Hi.
It's all in the morning, guys.
Monday
You need
morning,
coffee.
All right. So, okay. All right now. And again, this program is made possible because I have a grant from Department of Cultural Affairs and Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and they said I could do whatever I wanted to do with my grant, and this is what I like to do. I like to bring my favorite artists together, and we just boast about what we do in the music business. Okay, ready?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
ready, because Friday I went to Yoko's house and we had a dinner. She made a beautiful Japanese dish. And we had a rehearsal that was out of sight.
Yeah, but we are not going to do what we rehearsed.
That's right. You
story
had
of
to,
my
you had to have been there. Sorry. Well, you're here, and that's what's important, because it's all good. Everybody say it's all good. Yeah. What we doing, Yoko? Which one? It's your song.
I'll let you know.
I'm gonna sing in Japanese, everybody.
お願いちょっと待ってさよならはお願いちょっと待ってさよならは私が最後の女やって言ったあんたを嘘つきお願い教えてどうしたらお願い教えてどうしたらそんなに簡単にさよなら言える Here we go! 男なんて男なんて
大人なけ、大人なけ、大人なけ、大人なけ、大人なけ、大人なけ、大人なけ。
男なんて男なんて男なんて
Woo!
男なんて男なんて男なんて男なんて
大人なけ、大人なけ。
Alex, you gotta help!
Alice, you got help. Alicia. 大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、大人なって、 よくなって
That was
Come on! I love that! Oh, baby! Put your hands together and get on up! And bounce, 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 bounce! Oh, you waiting on me? Gonna do your thing. Miss Yoko Noge, give it up for her! Hey!
お願い笑ってもう一度
Yeah.
お願い笑 baby 私が最後の女やっていたあんた嘘つき男なんて男なんてWe're gonna go home now. One more time.
Wait, what does Okodonate mean? What does it mean?
Otoko means man, and nante means just. So they don't
She
count.
makes it sound like it's so beautiful. And it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, girl? That's what we do. We tell our stories in our own way from our own life experiences.
Right.
And the way we see it is that's how we deliver it. And you do have others who feel the same way as yourself.
I mean, human beings are social animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot live really without other people.
True.
And I bet everybody really, really recognized that during that, pandemic, because we lost touch with other people.
Yes. We lost a lot of friends, family and friends.
We had to reassess our life and our relationships with, people and society. And music is basically people to people feeling, passing on back and forth, right? I always feel the feelings are not one way. Always audience giving me back. So it's like a circulation of the emotion in a room. I just love that. And so we are creating something together, not only musicians, but people who are in a venue. They have their own lives, they have their own feelings. That day maybe they are feeling down, or they are feeling so happy, who knows. But collective feel is circulating the room, and we create some sort of music form. And so it's like a collective art form in a way.
So what about urban blues? I mean, there's different styles of blues. There's Delta blues, Piedmont blues, Texas blues, Chicago blues, urban blues.
Yeah.
Chicago has all these different flavors of blues.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of where you play your music, because the location sort of determine who you are, right? What you eat and what do you see, what kind of people you hang out. The location kind of determine your environment. The environment is always a big part of your art, right? Who you are. So urban blues, because you are living in a big city, and Delta blues, because you are in the South. Chicago blues, because you are in Chicago.
So would Teeny Weeny Bit be considered a Chicago blues? Teeny Weeny Bit.
I'm not too sure.
Wanna try it? Let's see.
You want to try Sweet Home Chicago then?
Okay, let's do Sweet Home Chicago.
As you said, Chicago blues. And Chicago is, everybody.
Can we still summertime? Let's do summertime. How much time do we have? We could just keep it short, right?
10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we can. Summertime. Summertime. Sorry, everybody.
So what, do you want to go first? And I sing next?
Sure.
Okay.
Summertime and the living is easy, and it was so beautiful this morning. This is May 16, 2021, Sunday. I went out earlier to walk Scooter, take him for his morning walk. It was so beautiful. The sun is shining, was shining. But now, what happened? It turned cool out there. It did. Freezing cool. I'm waiting on summer. Come on in, summer. If you got summer in other places, bring it on here too. Summertime, and the living is easy. Well, you know fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Well, they say your daddy's rich, and your mama, she's so good looking. Yes, she is. So hush, hush, little baby, 'cause you don't ever have to cry.
One of these morning, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings, and you're gonna take the sky. Take to the sky. But till that morning,
Yes, yes, yes.
there's nothing's gonna harm you. 'Cause your daddy and mommy,
Well,
they are standing by. I wanna give you summertime.
summertime, summertime.
I'm gonna give you summertime.
And you know the living is easy. Yes, it
I'm
is.
gonna give
Fish
you
jump.
summertime.
Yes, yes,
We're
yes,
gonna
yes.
live
Come
it
on
up,
in,
live it
summertime.
up, live it up, live it up, baby. Live it up,
hush,
baby.
You don't
We're
ever have
gonna
to
go
worry.
and we're gonna
You
go
don't ever
and
have to worry. No, you don't. 'Cause you know you got your loved one standing right
not
by.
to worry.
Don't it make you feel
Nothing.
good? Yes, it do.
Nothing
Don't it make you feel good? Yes, it do.
harming you, harming you,
Well, well.
no, nothing can harm you.
Summertime and the living is easy.
Just go,
Summertime and the living is easy.
just to
Sometimes
go,
the living is easy.
just to go.
So hush, little baby. You want to join me? You don't have to.
You don't have to worry.
You don't have to cry.
Cry.
You don't have to cry. You don't have to cry.
have to
You don't
cry.
have to cry. No, 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 no.
You don't have to cry, baby. Don't you
Woo! We had a good time. We're having a good time. Hush, little baby.
Yeah. Oh,
So we want one more, and then We have some more time? All right. The listening audience, hey. Hi. We're going to close out with this one with what? Sweet Home Chicago, Miss Yoko. No, yes. Make sure you take good care of my sister. We just said this the other day. Wow. We come from two different lands, and here we are, sisters. We know we're sisters.
How long
Right?
have we been knowing each other?
I don't know. 30, 40, 30, about 30 years. You said you came in, when?
1984.
84. Could have been then, too. Yeah. I know I used to follow you around in the girls' bars. I know you used to play the girls' bars. I did. I used to play. I did.
That was Irving Park?
Yeah, on Irving
Right,
Park.
right.
Yeah.
Susie B.
Yeah.
Right? It was a really
You all
interesting
remember
small
that?
club. They lock the door. And only they open up a little window, and if they recognize you, they let you in. It was like a private club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a girls' bar.
All right, and that's so Chicago, man. We got one of the best cities in the world. People come here from around the world, even still right now. People come here from all over the world because we got this energy, this vibe of we create so much, and so here we are, Sweet Home Chicago. Let's hang out. They said we could come out now. I saw a lot of people running along the lake and everything. I see with no mask on, but they were out there. I can feel it. It's coming on. It's coming in, and let's go ahead and party. Sweet Home Chicago, Miss Yoko Noge. And get on up. Hey, you know this song. All you blues lovers, now you know Sweet Home Chicago, Robert Johnson. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, Sweet Home Chicago? Let's say it again. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go?
Baby, don't you wanna go?
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go?
Baby, don't you wanna go?
Bright lights, big city, we call it Sweet Home Chicago. Ready to turn it out? Well, now 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4. I got my bags packed and I'm ready to go, baby. Tell me, don't you wanna know? I'm ready. Yes, I am. Ain't no city like this city. We call it Sweet Home Chicago. Yeah, we do. Say it again.
Baby, don't you wanna go? I wanna go.
city
Lock in
like
the
this
same
city.
place. Sweet.
We call it Sweet Home Chicago.
Take
Turn
it.
it out. Oh yeah, baby, I didn't know if it's gonna break like that. Yeah, come on. Hey, baby, tell me, don't you wanna go? Now let me hear you all sing it. Back to the same old place. Sweet home Chicago. That's where we are, y'all. Here we go. Hold up. 2 and 3 is 5. 4 and 5 is 9. Let me taste yours and I'll let you taste mine. Hey, baby. Tell me, don't you wanna go? Bright lights, big city, sweet home, Chicago. Take it, Yoko.
Come on.
Hey,
Baby, don't you wanna go? Come on now. We're gonna go.
yeah.
Come on. Baby, don't you wanna go?
Back to that
Same old place.
Back to that same old place. North side,
South side.
east side,
West side.
suburbs,
Luron.
Rogers Park. That's where we are right now.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna.
New Rhythm Arts Center right here.
That's right. Station's right there.
Right, New Rhythm Arts Center right here,
You're gonna
1772
come down
West
there.
Lund
You're
Avenue.
gonna come down here
Alicia
right now.
Hempley here, the director and the owner of New Rhythm Arts Center. Alex Robinson, who is our sound and audio engineer, and he is the great. And our audience, back to the same old place. Sweet home Chicago! Chicago! Yeah. Thank you so much, Yoko. Is she fun? Oh man, we got to hurry up. Now, Alicia, we got the center now. You're going to be opening up next month, and it's so in July, and so there's going to be some. Oh yeah, in July. I'm thinking. Okay, and so we can have some kind of like events here, performances, and what's the capacity?
Well, we're still going to space people, so I'm going to say 15 to 20 people.
15 to 20 people, so we can have a band and like 20 guests, and here in this beautiful center, and we have some performances here. And for like Yoko, if you would like to have a performance here, you're welcome to.
Oh, I'd
come
love
back
to
and-
do that. I love the place. I love the Alex. Sound guy's good, and I like Alicia. Everybody's so nice. I love it.
And the wonderful artist Connie, she's been with us all these many years. She makes you want to come back out and perform because
Right.
she's a dancer too.
I know.
She dances and she knows how to. She does. She treats us well.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us again on Chicago, on Women of Chicago Blues, and I should say Women of Chicago Blues and Jazz. I'll just say what I want to say, right? Katherine Davis, I'm your hostess with the mostest. We will see you next. We'll see you next week, and we have a special guest every week. Man, I'm loving it.
That's great.
Everybody just like I call and say, "Hi, how you doing? Can I have you as my guest?" And they're like, "Sure." I'm like, "Wow, that's everybody." You know, we want to be out here. So, but thank you all so much, especially our supporters. Please keep, you support us because you love us. We don't have to beg you. We already know who you are. We don't beg. We just say, hey, be nice. Contribute to the arts, to the performing arts, because we're for real. We do this for real. This ain't just, what do you think this is? This is work. Uh-huh. And so we need to know more about the women who perform, who are performers. So, anyway, thank you all so much. See you next week. And stay on Facebook because we will be making the announcement of who's going to be with us next Sunday. And I know who it is, but right now my mind is focused on Miss Yoko Noge.
I want to know who's next.
I,
Secret, huh?
Because really, my mind is focused on you. This week was fabulous week because I hung out at your house.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
How long? We haven't got together for many
We used
months.
to party at your house. We
Right.
had the best, because we share our birthdays together.
Right.
So we had the birthday celebrations together.
Right.
But thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Peace and love to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week until we see each
Thank you for
each other
having me.
again. Yes.